A dance instructor from Jacksonville State makes her mark on the biggest show in the nation.
Temperatures will be warming up across East Alabama beginning tomorrow. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
Coming up in sports, we preview the night ahead for soccer here in East Alabama. Also, one local team had volleyball tryouts as they look to win their second straight state championship. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
This past Sunday's Super Bowl was the most watched TV show since the moon landing, and people around the country were celebrating such names as Taylor Swift, Usher, and Alicia Keys. Many viewers in and around East Alabama were also cheering for another performer, J.C. Mayo. She's a graduate student and dance instructor at Jacksonville State University, a Gallant native, and an Etowah County High School graduate. On Sunday, she performed on the field during the halftime show and scored her first paid gig as a professional performer. For her unique role, she was styled and trained by top-level performance industry professionals to cheer like a fan for the international stars on center stage.
It was the best feeling ever. I'm still on a high from it right now. It didn't really hit. Like when I walked in the stadium for the first time for practice, it was empty. It was amazing. And then I kind of got used to it because we had so many practices there. By the time we walked in through the tunnel and there's just thousands of people looking at me, it really hit. And that's when I was just so excited that the 15 minutes of showtime went by so incredibly fast.
Mayo had to audition for this role and rehearse for 2 weeks in Las Vegas during the lead up to the show on Sunday. She worked one-on-one with high-end designers. EAN News caught up with her when she was en route to home.
It's so crazy. I really do feel famous. Like I decided to write for the newspaper hey, I did something cool because they're asking students for cool stuff they did. So I wrote that, and then from there they posted it, then the president posted it. Everyone back home did, my old jobs did, and I was not expecting that. People I barely talked to in high school are posting it because someone from their little hometown is in Las Vegas performing for Usher. And that's incredible. I still can't comprehend it right now, but I really do feel like I'm famous.
Back home, people in Etowah County and JSU communities were cheering her on. Facebook posts, likes, and well wishes have flooded her social media pages in the lead up to and following the performance.
So advice, you really can't be completely scared. You just have to jump into it and everything will fall into place naturally.
Mayo is an English major, and she hopes to use her degree to stabilize herself financially while she pursues her dream of becoming a professional dancer. When we return, a cross-country runner from Jacksonville High School makes the team at Gadsden State.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Running has been Maddie Holt's passion since the 5th grade when she joined the Jacksonville Community Center's track team. Today, Gadsden State Community College announced that Holt would be receiving a scholarship to run for the school's track team. Holt tells EAN News that when she was first spotted by Gadsden State, she was not having her best day.
Well, I was at a cross-country meet, wasn't doing so hot. I had an asthma attack, and I saw the Gadsden cross-country coach, and I said, this is like the worst possible moment you could be here, but hi. And he said that he'd be interested in giving me a tour of Gadsden. I was really confused, but I took it. And during the tour, he said, we can give you a full ride. And I was like, absolutely. Brand new team, full ride scholarship. That sounds awesome. So yeah, I accepted right away.
Holt says she signed up to run in cross-country competitions when she was in the 7th grade, even though she really didn't know anything about the sport at the time. She stuck with it, overcoming her asthma and the loss of an entire year of competition to the COVID epidemic. She was asked what the biggest challenge was that she had to deal with during the past year.
It was definitely breathing. I didn't realize I even had trouble. I thought, oh, everyone deals with this. It's okay. No, not as bad, apparently. So I've dealt with a lot of beating myself up about it, but I realized like there's no way I could possibly control it. Just got to do what I know I can do and fight through it as much as I can. And it's brought me success. So yeah, it's definitely a work through.
Holt gave credit to her mother, Chris, who's traveled with her to competitions, taught her about running, and has been her biggest supporter over the years. Mrs. Holt was asked how it felt when she learned that her daughter had received a full-ride 2-year scholarship to Gadsden State.
It was a shock. Like, I knew she was really good. I was really proud of her. She showed up every day, practiced hard. Of course, you know, you're like, yay, I don't have to pay tuition. But more importantly, like, this is a celebration of her accomplishment. I think I thought a lot about while she was running. It's, you know, of course, you want her to be number one. You want her to place first. You want her to win always. And most people think that's what it's about. But cross country is a little bit different. You compete on a team. And you compete as an individual, but also you're in a race against yourself. And she competed beautifully.
And when we come back, 2 festivals are planned for this weekend in East Alabama to celebrate Black History Month.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Anniston's 44th Annual Heritage Day Festival will be Saturday from 9 until 3 at the Longleaf Event Center on Museum Drive. An opening ceremony will begin at 9:30, followed by a student oration competition from 10 until 2. At 1 o'clock, the festival will feature a performance by K.D. Solomon, and the winners of the oration competition will be announced at an award ceremony at 2 o'clock. Those attending the festival may present their wristbands for free admission to the Anniston Museum of Natural History and to the Berman Museum. The school with the most participants will win a live animal presentation by the Anniston Museum of Natural History.
On Sunday, the City of Jacksonville's Black History Month program will be held at the Jacksonville Community Center starting at 2 o'clock. The program will feature music and a display of the art that local students have made for the scholarship competition and Jacksonville Arts Council art contest. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed the weather today. It was a nice change from the past several days.
It wasn't just raining the entire time. You're exactly right. The sunshine really was lovely. A little bit chillier, but the sunshine was nice.
I know, I'm ready for some warmer temperatures. I just don't know if that's in the forecast.
Well, who does know if it's in the forecast?
That would be John Holder. He joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John?
Mike and Katie, we are dry the rest of the way throughout the rest of the work week. We will have a complete detailed forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Temperatures today taking a step back from what we've had for the last several days. Still not far off of what the average is for this time of year. 56 our high today, a morning low of 40 this morning. A little bit above average for the morning low, a little bit below average for the afternoon high. Record high temperature 84 degrees, the record low temperature at 9. The sun rising tomorrow morning at 6:29, sun setting at 5:26. And one thing with these averages here, we're now to the point where the averages were going down until about the middle to latter part of January. Now these average temperatures, both for daytime highs and for nighttime lows, are starting to rise. Another sign that we're headed towards springtime. Coming up tonight, weather on your street. Going to take you out to Vigo Road on the east side of Piedmont tonight. It's going to be freezing in Piedmont, 32 under clear skies tonight. And that will take us into tomorrow, where we've got a warmer day coming up. If you're on Cedar Bend Road and South Side, a bit warmer tomorrow. Temperatures back into the 60s, 63 degrees with plenty of sunshine in Etowah County at South Side coming up on your Wednesday and for Valentine's Day. Coming up for the rest of the week, McElderry Road down in Munford in northern Talladega County. Dry and mild the rest of the week with temperatures remaining in the 60s for daytime highs. We'll hold off on the rainfall until Friday night. And that rainfall that's coming for the weekend, again, that will be overnight Friday night, maybe a chance of a shower early in the day on Saturday. No big deal with that. Temperatures very nice in the low to mid 60s for the next 3 days. Nighttime lows warming up from the low 30s to upper 30s to low 40s. We'll have that rainfall chance coming in here Friday night. That chance of rain only about 50%, and rainfall amount should be less than half an inch across East Alabama. Small chance of a rain shower early in the day on Saturday morning, but it's going to be much cooler. Highs only in the low 50s on Saturday. We'll stay in the low 50s on Sunday after a morning low dropping all the way down into the upper 20s once again. We'll be in the upper 20s for a couple of mornings on Sunday and Monday. Again, nothing we haven't seen already this winter time, and then we bring back some rainfall in about a week, and we'll get those temperatures rising back into the mid 60s across East Alabama. Let's take a look at where we've been for the last month or so. This goes all the way back to really the first part of January, and this is the class change. And so we needed something to break the drought, and we got it in the last month. I thought this was interesting. We actually had a 2 to 3 class improvement, and there's only 5 classes of improvement here from the Drought Monitoring Service. So basically, look right here in our area, Calhoun County, especially over in Cleburne County, 2 or 3 classes above the average for rainfall, and that's why the drought is completely gone across East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. as we take a glance at your weather coming up for Valentine's Day. Coming up next in sports, Namath Pitts talking spring sports now. It's soccer season. He has the details right now. Namath?
Thanks, John. Basketball season has come to an end for most East Alabama teams, which means we transition into spring sports. Soccer season has officially started, and there are many games tonight involving East Alabama teams. Let's take a look at the games tonight involving those East Alabama teams. Haley Clark will take both her boys and girls to Guntersville tonight, where the Yellow Jackets will go head-to-head against Jake Libron and Mike Jones' teams. Guntersville's boys and girls are both 2-0 on the season, with wins over Sylvania and Douglas. This is the season opener for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Oxford starts the season on the road at Guntersville. Doug Strotman and Richard Laird will take the Faith Christian Lions boys and girls to Talladega tonight, where the Lions will go head-to-head against Corey Burrell and Brad Bollinger's teams. Talladega girls are 0-1 on the season with a loss to Mumford. This is the season opener for the Talladega boys and the Faith Christian boys and girls, as Faith Christian hits the road tonight as they will be at Talladega. Malachi Beverly, very young coach, and Ashley Baldry will enter the Eastern Time Zone tonight when the Sacs Wildcats travel to Georgia to go head-to-head against Bowden. This is the season opener for the Sacs Wildcats boys and girls as they start the season on the road in Georgia at Bowden. Christopher Strott and Ebony Lewis are at home tonight, where the Weaver Bearcats will go head-to-head against Bryan Camp teams. Montford boys are 0-1 on the season with a loss to Susan Moore, while the girls are 1-1 on the season with a win over Talladega and a loss to Susan Moore. For the Bearcats of Weaver, this is the season opener as Montford travels to Weaver tonight. Kaylor Slifgo will take both his boys and girls to Jacksonville tonight, where the Etowah Blue Devils go head-to-head against Chris Terrell and Kimberly Darby's teams. Etowah boys are 0-1 on the season with a loss to Springville. Etowah girls are 0-2 on the season with losses to Lincoln and Springville. This is the season opener for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles as Etowah hits the road tonight, headed to Jacksonville. This is only a girls' game, but Nick Grogan will take the Sylacauga girls to Cleburne County tonight, where the Aggies will go head-to-head against Neil Morgan and the Cleburne County Tigers. Sylacauga is 1-0 on the season with a win over White Plains, and this is the season opener for the Cleburne County Tigers. Cleburne County is at home tonight where they host Sylacauga. The Pleasant Valley Raiders are your defending Class 2A state champions in volleyball. Yesterday was officially a tryout day for a group of ladies who are looking to make it back-to-back state championships next year. Dana Bryant officially retired after the end of this past season, which means Jennifer Bryant Mann is taking over as the head coach of the Raiders. She held tryouts yesterday as she seeks to make it 2 straight state championships for the Raiders. The official roster for the 2024 Raider team is headlined by All-State player and returner Lily Henry, All-State player Madison Schwabe. The roster is then followed by Ella Paris, Kaylee Almerode, Ellie Patterson, Jeanette Turner, Ava Washington, Leah Allen, Elise Wheeler, Bella Usry, and Sierra Till. The Raiders will be strong once again next season. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, or on our website. We've now merged EAN News with East Alabama Now on Facebook, so you can go there to watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
That's right. We'll see you back here Wednesday for your news on your schedule.